I mean, we get zero data. Is it data or data? We get zero information from this round. Zero. Like, there's not a single thing you can say from watching this race. They'd be like, "Ooh, yeah," or like, "Yeah." Like, there's zero data points. I don't care if you finished first, sixth, got in on time, nothing. I guess the only thing I got out of this race was Ben Blankenship. When they showed a close up of him finishing, he finished like eighth in his heat or something like that. He clearly thought he was done. He was waving to the crowd like, I made the Olympics in 2016. I'm just here. I didn't run all season. And then he actually qualified. He clearly did not think he qualified. He was like jogging it in. But because he just happened to be in a fast heat, he qualified. I thought that was the funniest moment when Ben Blankenship accidentally extended his season one extra race. I thought that was funny.
I got out of it that Hobbs Kessler has a little tactical acumen in him. We were watching that first heat, and I said the only way Kessler doesn't advance is if his heat happens to be the slowest heat and he gets into a kicking contest over the last 200 with some vets. And his heat wasn't the most stacked, but there were some guys in there with some significant credentials next to their name, or at least some decent credentials next to their name. And he showed that he could kick just fine with all of them. He made a pretty direct move to get outside in that last 100. And once he got outside, he was free and clear and looked really strong. I still think making the finals is a solid goal for him, but I thought, I don't know how this guy's going to react to being in a tactical race. He hasn't had a race like this before, let alone the pressure of the Olympic trials, just rounds and tactics at a meet with this level of depth. He hasn't done it before. So I thought he gets an A from me for getting through this first round free and clear, and winning it was the cherry on top, but just advancing and looking in control is a really good sign for Hobbs Kessler going into the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to agree with you. He did show a little bit of a little burst there in that final 100 that you kind of it's hard to know with an athlete who hasn't been in many races, especially tactical races. So there's just a lot of newness to his game, and seeing him have a little bit of an acceleration was definitely like, okay, he can control himself through a slow race, and it definitely showed me that he can make the final. Still not ready to put him top three, but final, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't decide who's top three. They do, but for the record.
They do that. Thompson was second in that heat. Heat 2, as you mentioned, a bunch of qualifiers there, everybody but one. And then heat 3, everybody but one. Hawker, Suleiman, Engels, and Centro. That was the most star-studded of the heats. Hawker ran this, and then much to Gordon's chagrin, scratched out of the 5,000.
We asked him, when we asked him in the post-race press conference after the 15, he said, we asked if you're running the 5K. He said, we haven't decided yet. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's going to do it, but he didn't. I'm telling you, he could have done it. Watching that 5K, come on. He could have done it and had it as a backup plan. And he's so talented enough. I don't think running a 13:40 5K tonight is going to affect his 1,500 tomorrow. I just don't. I think he's talented enough. But
he looked good.
Doesn't matter. My dreams of his double are gone. Oh, well. Moving on. He looks
solid.
This is the thing, though. He looks solid, but I'm just going to start preparing for this. He does not have the standard, and he also he's not in the world ranking quota right now. He has a world ranking point score of 1,205. I don't know. I mean, he's going to need to hopefully make either the next round, like a 3:36:35 race, or the final 3:36:35, because he needs another 3:35, I think. He doesn't need a 3:34 because that would be a standard, but I think he needs one more 3:35 to bump up his world ranking.
Okay. You do this in the 800, but tell him exactly what he should do.
He needs, I mean, I don't know what he should do. I mean, I would say, hey, man, make the second round honest. Try to run 3:35 in the second round. Kill two birds with one stone. You're going to guarantee you're in the fast heat. You're going to guarantee you're going to qualify. And you just need another 335, 336 to your resume. If you run, if you qualify and run 339 in the second round and then make top 3 by running 339, you might not go to the Olympics. You need to have at least another 336, 335 on your resume. And you have 2 more races to do it.
He looks comfortable leading. He led from the gun here, but going at 335 pace, 339 pace, a bit different.